The Mater D recognized me the moment my family walked into Le Marseille, the city's most exclusive French restaurant. There was the briefest flicker in his eyes recognition. Respect, but his expression stayed perfectly composed. "Good evening," my sister Diana said sharply. "Reservation for Walker." Party of 4. I followed a few steps behind, watching my family perform the version of themselves they like to show the world. Expensive clothes, perfect posture, loud confidence. They hadn't wanted me here, but appearances mattered. You couldn't have the successful Walker family story missing its eldest daughter. "Right this way," the Mater D said. Diana glanced at me. "You really didn't dress up?" She murmured. "That's brave. It's dinner," I said. "Not a runway." She smiled without warmth. "For you, maybe. For the rest of us, it's reputation." We were seated at a corner table overlooking the dining room. My father immediately picked up the wine list like it was a financial report. "These prices are absurd," he muttered. "Then don't order wine," I said casually. Diana leaned toward my mother. "Sarah probably checked the appetizer prices before agreeing to come." I didn't agree. I said I was invited. That wasn't strictly true, but no one corrected it. A waiter approached, and everything stopped. "Welcome back, Miss Walker," he said warmly. "Your usual table was reserved, but I hope this arrangement is acceptable." The table froze. My father lowered the wine list. My mother blinked. Diana slowly turned her head toward me. "Usual table?" The waiter continued, oblivious to the explosion he just triggered. "Your usual Bordeaux as well." I nodded. "Yes, please." "The 1982, my father coughed. "That bottle is," he started, "expensive." I finished. "Yes, I know." Diana laughed nervously. "Sarah, what is this?" I looked at her. "Oh," I said. "I thought you knew." "Knew what?" I set my napkin down. "I own this restaurant." Silence hit the table like a dropped glass. Then came disbelief. Then denial. "That's not possible," my father said. "You work. You live in a small apartment." I nodded. "I used to." Diana shook her head. "You can't just own places like this." "I didn't just anything," I said. "I built it." The waiter returned with the wine, placing it carefully in front of me. "Chef Michel sends his regards," he said, "and asks if you'd like the tasting menu prepared as discussed." "Yes," I said. "Thank him." The waiter left. My family stayed frozen. My father finally spoke again, quieter this time. "How?" I swirled the wine slightly before answering. "You remember when you refused to pay for my MBA because restaurant management wasn't real ambition?" Diana looked away immediately. "I paid for it myself," I continued. "Then I studied operations, supply chains, hospitality economics. Well, you all assumed I was just getting by." My mother's voice softened. "But why didn't you tell us?" I looked at her. "Because you weren't asking," I said simply. The first course arrived. No one touched it. The room around us moved normally, other diners laughing, glasses clinking, but our table felt sealed off from it. My father finally tried again. "So how big is this business?" I took a bite before answering. 32 restaurants, I said. "Across 3 continents." Diana froze. 32. I nodded. Amblès Cirque in New York, La Maison in Paris, the London group you brag about getting reservations at. My mother dropped her fork. "We ate there last year," she whispered. "I know," I said. "I paid for it." That landed harder than anything else. Diana's phone appeared under the table. She started typing furiously. Checking, confirming, understanding. The second course arrived. Perfectly plated. Quietly precise. My father leaned back, unsettled. "So what now?" "You're going to." "What?" Gloat. I looked at him. "No," I said. "I already did the hard part." "And what was that?" "Building something you thought I couldn't." The waiter returned. "Ms. Walker," he said carefully, "Chef Michel would like your input on the London menu." Diana straightened immediately. "London?" "Yes," I said. "Opening next month." My mother smiled too quickly. "We should celebrate." "We should tell everyone you didn't celebrate before," I interrupted gently. When I was struggling. When I was building this, silence again, heavier this time, less defensive, more aware. By the time dessert arrived, the dynamic had shifted completely. Diana wasn't mocking anymore. She was calculating. My father wasn't judging. He was reassessing everything he thought he knew. My mother kept trying to rebuild connection with fragile sentences that didn't quite land. I didn't move to a bigger apartment, I said eventually, because I don't need one. I invest in what builds things, not what displays them. The words hung there longer than I expected. When the meal ended, the bill arrived. My father instinctively reached for it. The waiter gently placed it in front of me instead. Of course, he said, "Everything has already been arranged under your account." Diana swallowed. "So, every time we've been here?" "Yes," I said. "You were my guests." That was the moment it fully broke through. Not shock, not anger. Understanding. Later, as we left, no one joked. No one complained. No one performed. Just silence. That night, back in my apartment, top floor, quiet, understated. I opened my laptop. New restaurant plans. London expansion. Tokyo feasibility. My phone buzzed once. Diana. I didn't know. Then again. Dad. We should talk. Then my mother. I'm sorry we didn't see you. I stared at the messages for a long moment, then replied, "Recognition isn't retroactive." I closed the phone and turned back to the work. Not to prove anything anymore, but because I already had.